No, like being in the Hoos room and being in Nick's for a basketball game, an IU basketball game, it's like being there in very close quarters. So there's a lot of camaraderie where it's a feel of old IU, where people come together to watch a game.
You can't get a seat. People come in early and try to save seats. They get all their friends here, and they're here all day waiting for the game. And then when we beat Kentucky, it was absolutely thrilling. It was amazing. It was like we were back,
I was here when that shot happened, and it was magical. And the videos that went viral after that were kind of telltale. One of our insurance carriers saw that video. It was on ESPN, and they threatened to yank our insurance because they thought the place, it looked like it was totally out of control. It was controlled chaos, and so since then we've had to do some more extra security during basketball games and football games, especially basketball games, because of that.
When we win, everybody goes crazy for a while, then they pour out into the street. We got enough time to clean everything up and get ready for the onslaught that comes back in.
Enjoy yourselves over here at Nick's English Hut. This one's called Nick's Beat. We hope you enjoy it.
Hello, everybody. We're here at Nick's English Hut 90th anniversary, Nick's 90. It's August 12th, 2017. Lee, what do you have to say about this?
It's a little hot between these grills.
This is Lee's rig here. He knows how to cook. He's a fireman here in town, a good friend of mine. We've known each other over 40 years. So Thanks for coming up. We have picture perfect weather. Can't think anything better, for sure.
We have assembled here in front the Hersamalis family. Wave all the Hersamalis and relatives. Yeah, to the Barnes family. Woo. To the current Rago Bright family. All right. And it's an amazing story of Bloomington history embodied in these wonderful people. we congratulate Greg Rago and Susan Bright on Nick's 90th anniversary and all the families, and wish them continued success in the years to come. Now, therefore, I, John Hamilton, Mayor of the City of Bloomington, do hereby proclaim August 12, 2017 as Nick's English Hut Day. There we go. Carry on.
It's just been a really great honor to see that everybody come out and the mayor announced that this is Nick's English Hut Day, and really recognize the significance of Nick's English Hut in this community and what it means to Indiana University.
You want to tap into your heritage and make it exciting for the future. We have young people as well as old that want to learn about Nick's. And if you do it in the right way, you're going to keep all ages interested. And if you keep putting things on the wall, not just with old history, but current history, that also keeps people alive and coming in.
People come in that maybe came in the 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s, and they don't remember exactly how it was in the first place when they first came. But when they walk in the door, they feel like they're 21 again. And so if we have a nice fresh atmosphere, but maintain that same feel as when they first came in, that's very important to us. And that's very important to them. And so it's almost being like a curator or a museum is how we look at it.
This is where all the alums come back. When they come back first to see Marilyn, my wife, of course. But then let's go to Nick's, let's have a beer. It's an institution. We're happy we can be here, and we're happy Norman could get back.
I am so happy to see you. Honestly.
Our biggest soccer fan, right here.
There was Coach Knight and there was Coach Yeagley, and y'all started about the same time.
We did, 1 year apart.
And with 6 championships under you?
Should have had 10.
It's amazing to see everybody here, and some of us have changed and some people haven't changed, but Nick's is still Nick's, and everybody still comes to their favorite watering hole.
When I first started, it was the early 80s, and I'd worked in other bars, and this was the most business-like bar I'd ever worked in, and I really liked it. It was a serious bar where you don't just go and party as you work. It was a real job.
When Theo was the general manager, you had to start out dishwashing, and then you had to work your way up onto the grill, to the fry basket, and then eventually you get to the back bars, and then eventually get up to the main bar. I think I was probably the first black bartender to get up to the main bar.
I needed a job, and I talked my way into being the first female bouncer at Nick's.
And how was that experience?
I did better than the biggest males, according to Mo.
And you met your husband?
Well, we knew each other before, but we ended up working together because I needed money to pay for his wedding ring.
I'd just like to thank everybody over the years. Thank you for making your life part of Nick's and making Nick's what it is today. One for you guys who had your blood, sweat, and tears in this place. Place wouldn't be what it is now.
I worked at Cafe Pizzeria for 10 years, and I worked at Nick's for 18 years. I worked for Dick Barnes 28 years. Dick was like family, and the kids are like family, and Kathy worked at Pizzeria with me. I think Cindy worked at Pizzeria for a while. Rex worked here when he was old enough to work here, and everybody had to raise Rex. He was a wild child, but we got it done.
When I was 18, I could officially work at Nick's, and I started in the kitchen. Of course, my dad made me wash dishes, clean toilets, mop floors, clean up puke, all the above. He taught me the right way, I guess. He didn't bring me in and give me the silver spoon, so to speak. He made me learn from the ground up, literally.
Mr. Barnes, he started a lot of businesses here in Bloomington, brought pizzas and strombolis to Bloomington. This place, it's like a family here, and he's always been there looking over, and Rags is the same way.
That's okay.
Rags is amazing. He puts his heart into it.
Rick's been a big part of the business too over the years, even though I hardly ever see him as he comes in at night. But yeah, there's people that have come in over the decades, and they still ask if Rick's still here. We're fortunate to have somebody like him be able to have the passion that we have for the place.
Things evolve, things change, it's grown. It's twice the size that it used to be. We weren't going to have food on this side when we first opened it, but the kitchen hasn't grown. We've got a little more room than when we first opened over here, but they always kept up. The guys in the kitchen are amazing. The small space that they have, they put out so much food. The place is packed, and they take care of everything.
Nick's needs more space for their kitchen, so we found this building 2 doors down. Blooming Foods Market and Deli took it over in 1976. So in 2015, Nick's took over the lease. We have 423, which is the original Nick's English Hut. Then we have the 421, which is the upstairs Hoosier Room that started in 2000. And now we're taking on the lease of 419 East Kirkwood, which is a 2-story building in the back of Trax in Pattaya. And our intentions is to make it a 4-phase, 5-year renovation. The first phase was making it a kitchen that we can utilize for prepping Nick's food in that we serve out of 423 and 421. And then the second phase was to go into a pasta manufacturing business where we'd be making fresh pasta for local grocery stores, local restaurants, and Nick's proper. And phase 3, which we're just entering in, we're renovating it for an osteria, which is Rago's heritage. He's Italian, and he wanted to tap into his Italian heritage and make some authentic Italian food.
It's going to be associated with Nick's, but we're not going to use Nick's name. We've already talked to her Smalls family about it. It's going to be Osteria Rago, or Osteria Rago, which is my last name, to keep it where it's a very authentic, very simple Italian cuisine, but also have my name associated with it so they know that's associated with Nick's.
And I feel fortunate to bridge the two businesses. I worked at Blooming Foods since 1980. So I see that as a historical business now too. It's past its antiquity age of 25 years or older, and just being in that building that I used to work in and him being in this building that he worked in, we're taking care of the alley businesses and the community and giving back however much we can to continue that.
We feel very strongly about making Bloomington, especially Kirkwood area, a better place, and not just throwing up some type of structure, but making it very intimate. Just want people to feel comfortable here at Nick's, and I'll be around for quite a while, not going anywhere, and just want to make sure people know that we want to make it as enjoyable for them as possible to be here. The place speaks for itself,